What is up? It is Jordan from By 9 to 5 helping you say goodbye to your 9 to 5. And today I'm going to discuss something that I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. As you guys know, there are tons of people who are making videos on the same exact topic. And I want to dive in depth in there and I want to show you guys exactly why what they are telling you is not the full story and why I know the full story and they don't, and how exactly I know what is going on here. So stay tuned for the whole video because I'm going to get really in depth with some of this stuff and really break it all down for you. So make sure to stay tuned for the whole video. But as you guys know, so many people now are making how to make money on YouTube without making videos, right? Everybody is making them. Everyone who has any channel whatsoever about YouTube, some people start a channel just to start making these videos. Some people like Kevin David, Cater, even Dan Da Silva has jumped on board now. All of those guys literally are just jumping from strategy to strategy. It doesn't even matter to them if they've ever done it before or not. They're just going to teach you how to do it anyway and try to take some of your money. And that's all they all do. And I will tell you exactly how I know that. So, as you know, David Vlass, Kevin David, Burko Banks, Dan Da Silva, Cater, Franklin Hatchett, the list goes on. All these people are making these same exact videos, how to make money on YouTube without making videos. And what I'll say is I'm not going to get into a big debate again about who started it, but I will tell you I was teaching this stuff on another channel over a year ago, before DreamCloud made his video, before any of those other guys made their videos, that Sean guy or whatever. I was making these videos. I know that when I sat down in front of the camera to make my first video about this topic, there was none on YouTube. And you might come back and say, 3 years ago, there was a Udemy course on it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know anything about that, but all I know is that as far as YouTube and as far as me searching for people teaching this, I had never seen it before, okay? And so the thing is, these guys can get on here. So it makes me laugh when I go and I watch their videos on these topics because they make it sound so easy. And the reason why is because they saw my video go viral from a year ago, the one that has like 279,000 views on it or whatever. They saw that video and all they're doing is copying that video. What they don't realize, because they don't actually do this, is that things have changed. I made that video almost a year ago, okay? And so they find that video, they copy the same stuff from it, thinking, oh, this still works or whatever. Then they try to build courses on it. And the funny thing is the people that have courses on this, they literally copied my language from my sales page. So it's obvious that they're copying my course. And that's really, really funny to me. So basically they're just taking what I teach in the course, writing like the same exact descriptions for it, and then selling it for more than I do, even though they've never even done it. I think that's hilarious. But all these guys, when you watch their videos, you can tell that they don't actually do what they're saying. They don't show any proof that they're doing what they're saying. And you can tell by what they say that they don't know what they're doing. So as you guys know, in 2019, I went in and I reshot my entire course, okay? And it took me like 50 hours to do, and I didn't charge any money for it or anything. I just wanted my course to be completely up to date. And so basically what happens is, YouTube changes. Their policy changes all the time. So, this tactic needs to change along with it. But the people who don't actually do this don't even realize that. So they're just teaching this, trying to make a quick buck or whatever, even though they've never actually done it. And so they're not the people that you want to learn from. You don't want to watch their YouTube videos because it's obvious that they've never done it. You don't want to take their courses because it's obvious they've never done it. There are things that you guys need to know to make this successful. And if you've tried it on your own without my course, I bet you have struggled with it, because there are things that you need to know that you don't know unless you take my course and my course only. And that's the thing. So, when you go in and watch their videos, it makes me laugh because you can see here that they won't talk about monetization, okay? They never say anything about 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers using this method. Why? Because they want it to look really easy. They want it to be like, oh, I'm just going to make it sound really easy for methods, okay? I have 3 different methods in here, and they involve making one little video and getting monetized really quickly. And if you don't do this right and you think you know what I'm talking about, and you try to do it on your own, you're probably going to get your channel deleted. You have to do it the right way, and that's what I teach in my course. These other guys, they don't even talk about this subject at all. They don't even mention how you get monetized. They don't even bring that up. They don't even want you to know that you have to get through monetization first. And if they do, they want you to think that you're going to be able to just copy, repost videos, and then pass the review. Well, YouTube has changed, and that's not going to happen anymore. These guys aren't telling you that, okay? These guys aren't telling you things like how to make unlimited channels. With unlimited phone numbers. They're not telling you this. Why? Because they've never even went through this. They probably didn't even know that that was a problem. I know it's a problem because I have done this for the past 3 years now, and I know exactly what you need to do to beat it, and I know what the problems are. I have been doing this for 3 years, so all these guys trying to teach this stuff, they've never done this before. So they don't even know that that's a problem. And so when I watch these videos, it makes me laugh how unknowledgeable on these topics they are. But yet they're sitting here trying to sell you courses on it. And it's just funny to me because I'm someone who has done this for 3 years, went through the process, know exactly what needs to be done to make it successful, okay? These guys aren't going to tell you that you need to edit videos. They're just going to say, hey, take a video, repost it. Sometimes that works, okay? And in my course, I go in depth about when it works and when it doesn't work. But it doesn't always work. So you need to keep that in mind as well. And so that's why in my course, I go in depth about what you need to do, when you need to edit videos, when you don't need to edit videos. So as you can see here, I have a whole entire thing here about how to edit videos to get around all the different bots, duplication bots, copyright bots, content ID matches, all of those things. You won't hear Kevin David, Cater, Dan DeSilva, David Vlass. These people don't talk about this because they don't want you to know that. David Vlass just wants to say, hey, take a video, repost it, make a bunch of money, okay? That's what I used to say, you know, a year ago when that actually worked, but when it stopped working, I changed my course to make it better so that you guys can actually succeed. And as you can tell, you know, I have students making $9,000. If you watch one of my last videos, I showed you that. You know, I have students making thousands of dollars doing this, and that's because my methods actually work because I actually do these things and I actually know how it works. So they don't talk about, oh, you need to edit videos to make, you know, to get around ID matches. They don't talk about how you actually get monetized. They don't talk about the struggles that you're going to go through, like creating multiple YouTube channels. Okay, so even right here, you know, before creating your AdSense account and then how to get your AdSense account approved. They don't even talk about those things because they've never done it. They've never had an issue where, you know, where there's something you need to do before you even make your AdSense account, which I talk about in my course, and then how you actually get your AdSense account approved so that you can then get your YouTube channel monetized quickly. And I teach you ways where you get monetized in literally 2 weeks with one video. You don't even have to worry about using Creative Commons videos to get into the review and pass it. I have like at least probably 70 students now who have passed the review in the past month just doing this tactic that I teach, okay? And these are things that you're not going to learn in any of these other guys' courses or on their YouTube channels because they don't talk about these things. And the simple fact is they don't talk about them because they don't even know that it's something to talk about because they don't actually do it, okay? And so even just looking through other people's courses on it, you can tell that they, number one, used my course as a copy. Number two, that they're not teaching the things that are going to make students successful. And then number three, that they're charging more than I do, which is freaking funny to me. So this is just something that I have noticed that these guys are not talking to you about. You know, they're not going to tell you how to get monetized. They're not going to tell you that you need to edit videos. They're not going to tell you about making unlimited channels. They're not going to tell you about getting your AdSense account approved. They're not going to tell you any of these things. They're not going to tell you, you know, the SEO tactics you need to rank. A lot of these guys, they don't even tell you how to rank your videos. So I go in depth in my course about how to actually rank your videos. And so obviously that's really important. It's not just copying and reposting videos. It's then posting the videos, but you have to find the right videos with the right topic at the right time so that you can actually get it to rank, so that people can actually find it and you can actually make money on it, okay? They don't actually show you proof that they've made money doing this method because they've never done the method, okay? So it makes me laugh. It's funny to me that these guys are copying the methods that I teach, you know, but the thing is they're taking videos that I have already made a year ago and they think they're still relevant because they've never actually done it. They don't realize that what I made a year ago is not relevant anymore. I will always be keeping my courses 100% up to date. And I promise nobody else will, because no one else is actually doing these things. So, you know, that's just something I wanted to get into today. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. You know, there's a lot to it. The thing is, guys, there's a lot to it. It's not as easy as these guys make it sound. It used to be, and when I used to make videos on this in the beginning, it was pretty easy, okay? It's still really easy, but there are a few steps. So now, if you try it on your own thinking you know what I'm talking about, you're probably not going to succeed. If you take my course and you do it the way that I teach you, you can definitely make thousands of dollars every single month just the way I do, as long as you work hard and you're consistent and you do your studying and you figure out how to make it work for you. You will be successful. It's still really easy, and it's the best business model there still is on the internet today, because you know, it's the one that it probably takes the least amount of time, okay, and it definitely costs the least amount of money. You can do it for absolute free. It costs you no money at all to do it, and you can still make thousands of dollars. So there is barely any other businesses out there like this, okay? And so it's still really, really good, but YouTube is changing and they're making things harder, and as they change, the courses and the people teaching it need to change along with it to keep it successful. Those guys aren't doing it because those guys have never done it for real. I'm changing, I'm being up to date, I'm spending 50 hours updating my course so it's completely accurate with today's standards, because, you know, that's the only way you guys are going to be successful, and I'm the only one that actually knows what to actually update. So, you know, hopefully that makes sense to you guys.